It is once again time for weather. And then I'm gonna have a snack. Is it gonna be you? See them storms above my big fat head? That's thunderstorms in the southeast and the southern plains. Rainfall is also happening up here above my big fat head and down here on the Gulf and the Florida side as well. And then up here, the mountains and the northern plains are getting some as well. Overall, the West Coast looks great. We've got 68 to 79 for Washington, 82 for Oregon, 97, 70 for NorCal, 92, 72 for SoCal. Mountain states, we've got 69 nice up on the Montana-Canadian border. It continues to be in the low 60s and up into the 70s all the way down into the southwest. The Four Corners region, it turns well into the 80s, and then all of Arizona and New Mexico are in the 80s and 90s, and maybe even hotter down there by the Arizona, Phoenix, Mexico area. Plains and Poos, we've got 60 from the Canadian border down through the Dakotas, but Nebraska turns into the high 70s and the 80s by the time you hit Kansas, and then that continues well down into the Panhandles area, starts to be 90s. Those 90s continue into the middle of Texas, and then we've got 88, 85 by the Gulf, and then 90, 90 by the tip. Midwesty Poos, we've got 50s, 60s by the lake states, but it quickly turns in the 70s right below that or at the bottom of the lake states, the lakes themselves. And then those 70s turn into higher 70s by the time you hit Kentucky, turns into 80s by the time you hit Tennessee, and that continues all the way down to the Gulf with low 80s, high 70s-ish. East Coasties, we've got 50s and 60s for New England. It warms up into the 70s for the mid-Atlantic, and then by the time you hit the Florida-Georgia line, it's 78, but 92 at the shaft and 92 at the tip. McMurdo sitting at negative 2 degrees Fahrenheit on the Antarctic Ross Sea. South winds at 5 miles per hour, giving them a real feel of negative 6 degrees and light snow falling. Puerto Rico seeing limited heat and moderate rip current risk for the week to continue. Breezy today with passing showers are expected at times with heat indices well above 100 degrees, including the humidity. So stay hydrated. If you're going to the beach, be aware of the rip current risk, moderate, and that is all the way around the island. Daytime high temperatures predicted 87, 89 on the north, 84 in the east, 89 for the south, 90 for the west, 79 for the interior, 87 to 89 for the U.S. Virgin Islands, except St. Croix and surrounding waters at 83, but do be reminded about that wet bulb and the total temperature being well into the hundreds. Alaska still getting peed on there in the south, especially around the Anchorage area and the Panhandlers. But today's temperatures do continue to be pretty fair and nice. 16, 18, 24 for the Arctic Circle, turning into the 30s around the coastlines interior, seeing anywhere from 45 to 56. 44, 39 for the Aleutians, 46, 49 near Anchorage, and 46 for the Panhandlers. Hawaii looking real good with no wind watches, watches, warnings, or advisories at this time to predict. Relatively light winds and a combination of trade showers and sea breeze showers during afternoons could be expected, though it's going to dissipate and build in stronger Saturday night through Sunday, and even stronger trades forecast for next week, Tuesday onward. We'll keep an eye on that. Daytime high temperatures for the island chain in the mid 70s to the mid 80s for most areas, in the high 70s to low 80s. This has been weather. Have a good day. Bye.